So that's what I've found, and I've done around, and basically they're all saying about the same thing. You know, I don't care if they call this a one-eyed, one-horn flying purple people eater. If it makes sense to you and you can use it to trade, call it. I don't care what you call it. It's got to make sense to you before you use it. And when it makes sense to you and you're using it, the rest doesn't really matter. It I hope that answers the question, what is price action? To me, price action is this would be a good example on this shorter term chart. We had a push down, we had a pull back up, and one would expect it to go at least down to there. And so if you were short in this area here, the action of this price over this time says we should get back in that little pattern right there. And it did that. That would be a good how we're using price action. But in terms of also is we're having to wait till all this unfolds. But if we were able to get short up here, say we had a level up here at 52 or 53, and we got short up here at our level, then we had another level down here where we're looking to be taking profits at. Then we bounced back up, then it come back down, and it gave us these bottoms, and we broke those bottoms. I would expect it to go down at least this distance from that point right there. And for those that's never seen this is just a measured move. You can measure it in points from the very top of that thing to the very bottom of that thing. Or you can take a line like that and you can add it to the top of that, and that would be your target area right there. There's nothing special about it. Yes, the levels aren't out yet. I gave them out a little early yesterday, and I'm trying to see what this thing's going to want to do this morning. Before it right there, I had 33, and we were training out here just about a. Then it shoots way up there, and I'm going, nah, we ain't doing that today. We'll wait till a little bit closer to the bell. But that would be a quote price action play. We had a level play up there that we played our level. That means we got in. We went from one spot down to another, and that means we got out. Then we backed up. Then it gave us a price action play right here, and we were looking for it to go that distance, which it did. And it took another 3 or 4 minutes for it to do that. So stuff like that is a pattern coming out of a price over time. It's producing a pattern. I really like that. 48 pivot area. Yeah, I looked at that this morning, but today's a new day, and that's that's what I ended up seeing. I see these areas that we should go back to, like for instance at 33, and but we also know that we had that 44 area from yesterday, uh, and so we are. Let's see, how do I say this? It's not that those areas are still bad spots to get back to, but we've got to wait for the market to give us an indication. Look, guys, we're going this way now for a little while. Yeah, for price action trades, yeah, I'm. You can call them a pattern. There's some stuff that Saul teaches in his course that we use to help us. The first rule of all of this is okay. Have a place to get in. Have a reason. I mean, that is a big. You got to have a reason to trade. Okay, say for instance, we're trading up here 49.50 area, and we think it's going to go down, or we think it's going to. Let's say we think it's going to go up. Do we jump in right here? Is it going to go up there, break that, or do we have to wait for it to do something? Well, this close to the opening, I'd be real hesitant. I'm kind of waiting till we even get even closer. I'm gonna give these things as I'm putting them down here. So I'll call them out again in a minute. Our pivot's going to be 45, 48. Let's see. We're gonna have some resistance up here at 59. 70, 81, and 93. And 4604. We're going to have some support. Let's see. At 42. No, let me take that back. Let's go 36. We're going to be running really tight into that thing. Let's go 36. 25. 20. 4508. And we're coming down to that 36 is going to be our first level. We've got a little bit of support down here at 42. We're just getting these numbers down at 44.97. All right.
Yeah, it's funny. Just a few months ago, I saw.
We've got some at 42, but it's not giving. We hadn't got down there to it. Okay. The pivot's going to be 45, 48. We got support at 36, 25. And get this right again. 14. Let's go. Instead of 08, let's use 03. And 91. Okay. Pivot's going to be 45, 48. We're going to have support at 36, 25, 14, 4503, and 4491. We're going to have resistance up here at 59, 70, 81, 93, and 4604. I'll repeat them again. Pivot's going to be 45, 48, support at 36, 25, 14, 4503, and 4491. Resistance is going to be at 59, 70, 81, 93, and 4604. All right, let me see if I can get all of this stuff. I like doing this ahead of time. It's just the market's just not allowing me to do it.
Yeah, I know. I don't know if she does anymore. Well, I think that was sort of her foot to her. Oh, really? Yeah. I think that's what she's raising the kids in first. They were both married people with kids. Carol Moore used to tell me that she used to see her down by the school track. Oh, yeah, year. But I have to say, she was the one during the show. It makes some money. I think she wrote that book, right? What you're supposed to get paid as a woman, your value, know your value.
I am, guys, y'all gonna have to bear with me a minute. I am trying to get lined out here and I'm not doing a very good job of it. All right. And then we came back to our pivot. I am trying to get some orders in here for me here. Well, the pivot is just it's kind of like a line in the sand. Uh, when I was trying to do this, I was trying to use this 48 as my pivot area. Uh, it's just a place that it's a reference. It's a point of reference. Our first level above is going to be 59. We've got a little bit of resistance up here at the 53 level. We only made it to 52 1/4. the set of levels that I gave you, our pivot and stuff like that, they're spread out. Depending on the volatility of this market, which it's been running about the same for the last several days, we're at a 1350 area. Uh, Yesterday we had a 55, and if I remember right, we had a 44. We hadn't made it to 44 or 55. We're trading between yesterday's zone, so to speak. And a lot of times is our levels from yesterday kind of override. They don't override, they just take. Now, I like this 53 area. I'm going to trade it. Uh, and see if it'll trigger me in. Well, if you're running a 2 point stop, you got stopped out. First level up there is going to be at 59. We only got to 57. Let me recalculate or something here. Still like my 53. Yeah, I can post the levels again. Let me get all this typed up here. If you look in the chat, you'll see the numbers that we've posted this morning. Our first level up there was at 59. We got to 58.50. If you got short, you're getting paid off.
Yeah, they did a little adjustment.
Yeah.
You can even use.
I thought it was my neighbor, and I looked out the window. I said, "Oh, yeah, those are ours." Cathedral lights.
Yeah, let's hope they get some sun today, right?
Yeah. They last as long as you were up for it?
I wasn't up for long. You know, they have two settings, low and high.
Yeah.
The high is the only way to go.
Okay.
But, you know, they weren't getting to the, I'd like to see like the trees sort of lit up more.
Yep.
So we might have to put one on the lower section and one just on the upper.
Okay.
And I got two on each side.
Cool.
And then I've got two by your
If you took the 53,
doors. You know, the trees on the right and
got
the left.
stuffed out. The 59's made up for
I did, right?
Call you the Albert Speer of Amagansett.
Actually, I'd like to have a rally.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Just put up the lights, invite all the you-know-who's.
Yeah.
to take them out.
Keep the jinx away.
I'd like to see it get all the way back down to the 54 area.
That's too funny, right?
Try that. Now, if you look in the chat, they're posted.
Cars in the driveway make it look like a Brinks company in here.
So if you were able to get short up there in that 58 area, you've collected your 2 points at least.
Yeah, she did. It was late. It was extra hour.
Ooh. I've done that before. That sucks. During the week, there's just no easy way to get back.
Yeah, New York and New Jersey drivers just suck.
That's why I am leave Sunday morning. It's the only guaranteed easy way back to the city. Every other time slot is pretty bad.
Well, she leaves early enough, right?
She leaves at 9:30, but Sunday's a pretty quiet day all day long unless you wait till the nighttime. If you go,
and if you got multiple zone, you've taken 2 points. You've taken most of them off.
Being on that thing because it gives her peace.
Sure, she is just
got a choice. You're going to try and hold it for some more. We'll find if we can get past this 55-50 area, we ought to find a little free air in there. You got more than one left over, probably cover down this 54-50 area. And hold that last one. And 53 is now going to become the support area. This is just remember we're in nosebleed territory up there. And there's what we're looking for. Now, do you cover there or do you hold on? You got 5 points in the trade so far. Let's see this thing here. I covered the 53-50. So whatever I lost on that 53 on the first round, I more than made up to it on this that 39 area. Excuse me, the 59 area. We are twiddling our thumbs. Anyone have any questions? Feel free to ask. There was some news out. Three. Now we're waiting to see. Let's see, what do we have above the 59? You know, they want that new high. Yesterday's high was 60, 65, 75. Yeah. See how they handle this 59 area. Okay, we're coming up on 9 o'clock. We've got a little bit of resistance. Our next level is going to be right up there at 70. We've got some up here at 64. Yesterday's high was 65, 75. So I imagine when they get to the 64, they're going to want to just climb it right on into a new high. Just keep in mind that we're in areas that we've never been before. And we were there yesterday, but we don't have any history to go back and look at. All right, come on. See how it's going to react up here at the 64 area. I know that I've got some resistance up here at 61. So if we make it to 64, see if it'll come back and test that 61. But our next level up there is going to be at 70. You know, last week we opened 100 points above where we opened at. But this I do know, we've got some resistance up here, right there, and up at the 70 area. So you know, we're trading up here really close to the all-time high right now is 45, 65, 75. Yeah, it came back to that 61 spot. I think all the news is out this morning that's of any relevance. Let's see, what are we doing here? That's a big snake. Date is the 18th. Retail sales, all of this came out at I guess 7:30. I'm gonna have to do some investigation on this site. Is this, I'm assuming this is Eastern times. So whatever the news was, it looked like the news was mostly positive on all of this stuff, except for these down here, the retail sales. Okay, thank you, Pat. Those are Eastern times. I'm not like Saul. I don't pay for news feeds. Coming up to that 64 area, I did not get a feel on that round up there. I did get a feel on that second run up there. You should have been able to get a feel at the 53, the 63.50. Excuse me. We've already been down here once, and we ought to go back and test it again. But if nothing else, you can make a point or so out of it. Uh, All right, we're just twiddling our thumbs. I got filled on this one here. And I went back up. I shorted it again up here. Because the price action pledge said we're going to get another 2 points out of it. And we did. We treated it as a level trade. We got our 2 points out of our level. And we come back in. We did a price action trade behind it. And we got 2 points out of it. So now we're back to twiddling our thumbs. The 64 now is going to become null and void. We're going to have to start looking at the let me see where my lines are. The next level up there is going to be 70. There may be a reaction right around this high yesterday, but we're this close. I cannot imagine them just shooting it down. But stranger things have happened. Maybe they want to be short and they run it up almost like they're getting them long, and then all of a sudden it comes dying out. I would have to use 60 as my area I want to be short at. But right now we're in areas we've never been before. The areas, the intermediate areas, they're working. We got run over on that first one, the 64, but we made it back up. The 54, we got 4 points out of the trade. Just traded it twice, and the first time was a straight level trade. I had to skim in. I didn't think I was going to get a fill. I didn't the first time I touched it. Then it bounced off and went down there, and I got out. Then it went back up in there. I'm going, we got to go back down there again. So I got another one up there. So we've had, I have no idea where my sheet's at. We did 4 trades so far this morning in the first 45 minutes. And we've had 1 loss, 3 wins. I hate it when we have to take a loss on a level like that, but I'm trying to use 2 points as my guide. We know that we've got down here at the 59 area. And this is the reason that we fade a lot of these areas, because our level was at the 59. We were short below it and above it. So once we got triggered in, once we're triggered in the trade and we don't do it pretty quick, we'll cancel these other two orders in there. But that's the way I'm trading. That's not the way you have to. If you just have a one lot, you have to make up your mind. How do I want to trade this one lot? Do I want to be exactly at the number? Well, we get within a half a point of that number. That number, let's like this, that 50, that 64 area. That 64, even though we have a harder number up there at 70, we have, and I took the 64, but I faded a little bit so I could get in, because we're not gonna be exact. Yeah, we're gonna be close. Sometimes, depending on the momentum this market has, it can blow through it. That's it's kind of like you're a trapeze guy. You're up there swinging, but the rope can break. Those are things we don't know about, and so that's why we put a stop in. And yes, we're going to get stopped out. I was looking back. Over the last today in the last 2 weeks, we've been hit. Let's see, one, two. We got hit 3 times. Which is, 3 times not bad. It just, I don't know what kind of trading deal that is. I don't even know how many trades we put on. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. If I'm correct, let's see, this has been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Over the last 10 trading days, we've put on 43 trades. We've had 3 losses. That's probably putting us up into what, the 90, 93, 92 percentile range. I like areas of support back in that 54 area. I can see this puppy coming all the way down into the 50 area, but until it does, I'm not going to just jump on board. And we were looking at that 33 yesterday, and it didn't make it last night either. So uh, it'll probably get there, but when, I don't know. If anyone has any questions, feel free to ask. We're we're just trading. We've got a little support back around the 58 area, 59.
So I'll put that on your. Meeting with everybody to confirm that.
I have to get back below this level right there. We break below that, we can see that, we can see that, and I can see that. But I'm surprised that I'm going to wait till after 9:30 to make that judgment. Yeah, if I could get a close on that bar below this at 60 and a quarter area. There, just not letting it do anything. I don't see any good price action plays. I don't see any reason to get short. We're just sitting on our hands. We'll wait till after 9:30 to see what they want to do with it after 9:30. If they send it down, that means they're not going to make a new high on the day, so the news can't be. Somebody have to come in and buy a few more shares of Microsoft and Apple and force it up there, then sell it off. So other than that, we are twiddling our thumbs. There's nothing to do. It's not giving me any indication that I'm just wanting to close below that 60-25 area with this bar right here. And they're going to hold it right there at it, looks like. Yeah, it's not what we wanted to see, but it is what it is. This has been one big bar from 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock. It's boom. All right. Normal consensus is we ought to hit that low of that bar, that 59.75. And we did. We ought to be diving toward 56.50 area. we know that we've got a resistance level or support level now at 59. So, we're watching, how did the price bounced off of 59? I could see the price bouncing off of 59 and going all the way up to 51.50 area. We also got a lot of clutter here at, it's 61.50, excuse me. Right in this area at the 61.50 area. So you got to look at that and say, oh, we're running into a little headroom here. Maybe what we ought to do is just take some profits in here. And we got back to the 61.50. We did what it was. There was a little price action play off of our levels and a reason. We get this out of the way. They decided to do updates at the wrong time.